Hello everybody, so in today's video we will be going through the process of creating a connected sheet. And a connected sheet is really nothing but Google Sheet spreadsheet that is connected to BigQuery data warehouse. So with this option you can analyze petabytes of data directly within sheets using tools like pivot tables, charts and other formulas. So this is a great use case if you are working with external stakeholders who want to use BigQuery data but necessarily don't need access to BigQuery itself. Okay, so this could be folks like finance, salespeople, or other analysts who are familiar with Excel and spreadsheets. All right, so you can be working with finance folks, salespeople, or other analysts who need to use this data that is in BigQuery, but are more familiar with Excel and spreadsheets. Okay, so that's a great use case to use connected sheets. And again, this is another great option for people who are not familiar with SQL but have been working mostly with spreadsheets or other spreadsheet-like tools. So in this video, I will be showing you how to connect to BigQuery or how to connect a BigQuery table to Google Sheets and analyze that data. Okay, so we'll get to it shortly. But before that, I do have this page here that goes through in detail what a connected sheet really is. So I'm going to put this document also in the in the description of this video so that you can explore it if you want to read more about connected sheets. But it has some good explanations, including who will need it, some of the great use cases that you can use, and some other explanation also, like how to use connected sheets. So for example, like I mentioned, if you are using connected sheets, then you do not necessarily need to give the people who need to use this data access to BigQuery. So if you're a DBA or a data engineer who has cleaned this data and staged it in BigQuery, so all you have to do is bring this data to Google Sheets and grant access within Google Sheets itself to the folks who want to access this data. So then you don't really need to give access to BigQuery to whoever wants to use this data. Okay, so the only access that you can give is the Google Sheets. So you can create the connected sheets, have it connect to the live table in BigQuery, and then within Google Sheets itself, you provide the access to the folks who want to use this data. Okay, so some other limitations that could come with this, or really functionality when it comes to access, is that the people that you've given access in Google Sheets to use this data will not be able to refresh the data, right? That is in BigQuery or a scheduler refresh. So for them to do this, these two actions, they will need access to the table. So if you don't want them to do any of this, then you can use Google Sheets. So this is a great tool for people who just want to do analysis for the data that is in BigQuery within Google Sheets itself. All right, so you can read more about this and some other configurations that come with it. So I'll put this in the descriptions. All right, so let's get to it. How do we do this? Okay, so I am going to go to my BigQuery dashboard, and I'll show you how to do this. Maybe I'll quickly show you how to do this if you don't know how to do that. So the first thing you do is log into your GCP account through GCP console, and on the left navigation menu here, go to BigQuery and just click BigQuery. Okay, so that should bring you to the dashboard or to BigQuery itself. And I do have a number of data sets that I've created here, and also a number of these data sets do have tables in them. So I have previously created some videos where I went through the process of creating a table in BigQuery and loading data to these tables. Okay, so I also have put the descriptions. I have put the links for those videos in the description. So check it out if you want to know how to create a BigQuery table. So in this video, I'm not going to go through that, but I will pick one of the data set here, and the table that I will be using to connect to Google Sheets is this one called Marathon Winners. Okay, so what I will do from here then is I do have this table, right? So I can quickly inspect it. It has about 124 records, and if we preview it, this is nothing really but a list, or this is a record of Boston Marathon winners, really, since 1898. Okay, so since then, which country and which individual has won this race? Includes the time and the distance and everything. Okay, so this is just a sample data set. In reality, you will have millions of records. So this is just a small table. But if you're in a production environment, you will probably have a lot of data, way more than what I have for this table. Okay, so I have this table. Then the next thing that I want to do is go to Google Sheets. So I'm going to go to Google Sheets, and I'm here. I'm already connected to my account. So all I have to do is go to Apps and go to Sheets right here. And then from here, what we want to do is click a blank spreadsheet, and this is now our spreadsheet. So from here, what we want to do is, I will name this one Boston Marathon winners, right? Because that is the table that I'll be connecting to in BigQuery. And then I will go to data now. So this is how you import it, right? So we have different options here, and the tab that you want to use is this one for data. So just click data and scroll down to data connectors. So if you go to data connectors, you will see that there are two options that lets us use. So we have Looker and BigQuery. So we want to use BigQuery because we want to bring the data from BigQuery table to Google Sheets. So this is the one, this is the option that we will use. So I'm going to click this. And since this is Google environment, the beauty of this is that all of your services within Google are integrated. Okay, so you don't have to do anything. By default, it knows that you have BigQuery and you have a dataset and probably a number of tables as well. So this is my project in BigQuery or GCP really, and within that I do have my data project ID. So I will click this, and these are my available datasets. Okay, so here the dataset that I'm going to use is this demo dataset, and I can show you here. This is the demo dataset right here. Okay, so these are the datasets that you also see right here. So the one I'm going to use is this demo dataset because that's where my table is. And what I want to use now is this second table for marathon winner. So I'm going to click this and just click connect. All right, so that will bring the entire data from that table to Google Sheets. So from there, just close that, and here you are. So you have your data now imported to Google Sheets. All right, so you can preview it, and like I mentioned, this is a small data set. We don't have a lot of data here, but basically this is your data now imported to Sheets. And few other things that you can do here, if you go to connections, you can see the connection settings. So here you will see that the project name that you're connected to, the this is the project ID, and in BigQuery this is a data set and marathon winner. So assuming you've connected and at some point you don't know which table you're connected to, then you can go to connection settings and that will give you the details. Okay, so from here now you can start doing anything really, right? So the first thing that I want to do from here is let's create a pivot table. So I'm going to click here, pivot table, and you can see we do have a number of options here. So you can create a calculated column, you can extract it, you can create functions, formulas, whatever, right? So you can use a lot of this sort of Excel native functionalities within Google Sheets. So I'm going to create a pivot table, and I am going to create it in a new sheet. So I'm going to click create in a new sheet, and right here you can now start playing with this. So for example, I want to bring the number of winners in each country. All right, so I want to visualize that in a pivot table. So let's say since this marathon started, what countries, how many times each country has won Boston Marathon. So for me to do that, I will bring this country here, put it right here, okay? And for the values down here, so this will be the values or measures, I want to count the winners. So I'll bring that one down here, okay? And let's see if we can apply this right here. Okay. So let's actually do add. I'm not sure. I want just the winner, the count of the winner. So maybe it is right here. Maybe not that. I don't want the name. I just want the value. So I think we need to add it here, right there. Okay. So not the column, just the value. Okay. So we want to do the count of the values. And I'm sorry, I'm not very great with pivot tables. So this is just me doing the beginner stuff. Okay. So I'm going to apply this, and this is our table now. So you can name this maybe count of winners. Count of winners. All right. Okay. So from here now you can see, right? So we do have the breakdown now for each country, how many times they have won. So for example, Australia has won 1 time. And the country that has won the most in this race is United States. So they have won 43 times. And it looks like Kenya is the second one. So Kenya has won 24 times. Who else do we have here? Canada comes third at 16. And we do have Japan, Ethiopia, Finland, and the rest of the other countries. Okay. So this is just a quick visualization that you can create within Google Sheets. And if you want to confirm this, I think you can go to BigQuery if you do have access to BigQuery, and you can query this table. So for example, let's see how many people have won who come from Kenya, for example, right? So I can do where country Kenya. Okay, so we should be able to see 24 here. All right, so we do have 24 records, which matches what we have right here. Okay, and if you want to do another country, I don't know, let's do Australia. Australia. Okay, what do we get? So get one, which also matches what we have right here. Okay, so that is one of the charts that you can create within Google Sheets once you have brought that data from BigQuery. And some other things that you can do, you can extract this data. For example, if you because by default this one gives you, I think maybe it's like the first 500 records. So if you want to see more records, then you can extract it. And this, when you extract it, so basically it gives you the capability to see more records. So the row limit for this one is 25,000. So you can see up to 25,000 when you extract it. So if you have, because the first tab only gives you a preview, so if you want to see more records, you can extract it and just apply. So hit apply, it brings all of the values and with the capability to see more rows. Okay, or yeah, to see more rows really. So you can see up to 25,000, and you can see here it says it's synced from BigQuery. And the table that we are syncing to in BigQuery is marathon winners. All right. So from here you can do filters. So you can create a filter here. And for example, let's do the same thing that we were doing. So I'm going to filter here by country. So if we do Australia, for example, we will see just one record. Okay. And if we do, I don't know, Kenya, we should be able to see those 24 records. So I'm not going to count it, but yeah, this should be all of the records that of the people that have won in Kenya from the time they started participating in Boston Marathon. Okay. So you can do a lot of things, and you can name it here. Just you can name it whichever way, Kenya, and breakdown by countries and things like that. So you can create a lot of analysis based on this data that you have here. Once you have brought this data to Sheets. So that is really what I wanted to show you guys. I mean, I'm not that good when it comes to Excel. I just know the basics. But people who have expertise working and doing dashboards and reporting using Excel, this is a great option. So definitely check it out if you want to bring your data from BigQuery to Sheets. This is a great option for you to use. And the good other option for this one is that because your data is always living and you're bringing it from BigQuery, then you don't have to ask people to keep sending you whenever the changes happen, keep sending you a static file. So all you have to do is just connect it to BigQuery and consume that file or that table whenever the data is there. So the only thing that needs to happen is that table to be refreshed. So if you have a monthly refresh, you can refresh it and just use the latest data. Okay, so the other thing I quickly want to show you, right? So if you want to schedule a refresh or a refresh option really, so you can do a refresh option here, and you can refresh all, right? So this refreshes all your data, or you can schedule a refresh. So if you know that your data gets refreshed at a specific time, then you can put these sheets to refresh at that particular time. So say you have a stored procedure that updates this table once every month, then you can do that. I want to refresh this data. If you know the time, let's say if it refreshes, if the table in BigQuery refreshes around 6 a.m., then you can put this to refresh right after that. So you can say maybe 7 a.m. to 8. This makes sure that once the table is already refreshed in BigQuery, then refresh this spreadsheet or Google Sheets right after that. Okay, and you can save it here. And what it will do now is every first of each month, it is going to refresh this table, and then you'll just get your live data. Okay, but this one requires that you have access to BigQuery table itself. So if you want to do this within here, you may have to ask for permissions to be granted access to that table. Otherwise, it will not let you do it. All right, guys. So that is just a snapshot of what I wanted to show you on how to create connected sheets. So basically, how to connect Google Sheets to a BigQuery table and use that table within connected sheets or within sheets itself. So I hope that was helpful. If you have not subscribed to this channel, please go ahead and subscribe so that you can stay updated whenever I release similar videos. Okay. I hope this was a useful video. Please give it a thumbs up and do share it with your friends. All right, guys. Thank you very much. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.